Welcome to episode 3 of Thabo and Gugu Life and Business. I'm Thabo.
I'm Gugu.
And yeah, welcome guys. So in this podcast series, we're going to be talking about how we met and our journey of marriage.
Interesting, right?
Sounds like a serious talk, yeah?
Oh dear, where do we begin?
Maybe like how we first met. That's a good starting point. So yeah, Gugu, like, I mean...
Do you want me to start or you start?
Nah, you start. I always start, so...
Okay, ladies first then.
Okay, yeah.
So, how did we meet? We met in 2014.
2014.
We had our own situationships going on around that time.
Situationship. Please expand on that.
You had your person at the time. I had my person at the time, but it's interesting, I think, because we're both on the verge of breaking up with those people.
Okay.
And then we met through mutual friends, long story short. And then, again, it's a friend's barbecue.
A barbecue. Yeah, I think Nicole's barbecue, right?
Yes,
in Ellsbury.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. That's cool.
And then, during that time, so that was like, was it August time, summertime, isn't it?
Yeah, it was summertime. It was sunny. The weather was, it was booming. Nice weather and barbecue. I remember the day vividly.
Yeah, anyway, so we met then, but although I've always known of you.
Okay,
but
celebrity, yeah.
I officially met you physically on that day.
Yes.
And then, like I said, we had our own stuff going on then. Then we met again in November at a friend's graduation, our common friend.
Yes.
Then you were single then.
I was already single.
Yeah, November time, couple of months later. Again, I was still on the verge of breaking up.
Okay, yeah, still in your situation.
You could tell, like, yeah, definitely.
So it was like, holding by the straw.
Yeah, something. Okay. You can call it that anyway. Mm-hmm. And then we met again. Oh, this is so weird. Only in a space of like 2-3 months, we kept meeting each other. Then we met again New Year's Eve of the year 2014. Then I was single then, I think.
Hey. So it was like, when you look at it in a graph way, like the graph was coming like this still.
It looks like it. Although we started talking a lot after that, December 2014. However, we became official in April 2015 after your long wait, of which you were tired of waiting, weren't you? Because I was still healing from the heartbreak of my last relationship.
Oh, okay, so you're healing.
But thanks to our friend Paul, who, he had to talk Thabo through, like, no, hold on, this girl is the one for you, basically, didn't she?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, you lose patience, but I mean, yeah, I'm glad, like, I was patient for once, but we're here.
Then April 2015 became official.
Then it was now like boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah, I think so I was still at uni at that time, and he used to come to our uni to visit us. And
we used to talk a lot on the phone as well, like when I was going to work.
Yeah, imagine.
I think I'd finished uni a year ago or something.
Yeah.
But I would, like, when I go to work, you go to uni, because obviously you had like
exams. Yeah, I was on my final year.
Yeah, we'd talk like we'd met like forever. The conversations were just flowing. So it felt
what are we talking about? Because
just anything and everything. It felt like we knew each other for the longest time, and the conversations were just flowing.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
That was the real deal for me. It's like, this guy is the one for me too.
Nah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, if I'm repeating how we met, that's the same thing. But like, in terms of that process of to say, like, you know what, this guy, you know, I don't mind him, or he's the one, I don't mind it, to make it official. How was the process for you?
Obviously it took a while.
Because obviously
from the time
just coming off another relationship.
But I didn't want to
jump into
another relationship with my baggage from my
your previous
situationships and stuff. So hence why I took my time. But I guess the more we continued to talk and everything was just flawless, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give you a chance and let's see where this takes us.
Yeah. So as a lady, as a girl, did you have like like parameters to say, oh no, if this guy does this, red flag, or what? Did you have?
Well, yeah,
kind of...
obviously, because I did have trust issues from not just this previous one, but other previous situationships. We'll just call them that for now. But so trust was a big thing for me because of what I've been through in the past.
Yeah.
So I had to make sure that honesty and just communication, integrity and stuff was a key thing for me wherever or whatever relationship I get into next.
Yes.
So that was really like a big... So if any of that was broken, that was just it for me, really.
So what kind of signs did I show you that that made me gain your trust?
No, you're just an open person.
Open cannon.
Yeah.
Open cannon.
It's not that we could talk about anything and everything without having an awkward moment, like awkward moment of silence. For me, was just like, oh wow, this is... I don't think I've had this before, you know. So I really love it. So let's continue this and see where it takes us.
Okay. So me being talkative made you gain.
Well, not just being talkative, but just the stuff we'd say. It was like more mature and just interesting stuff, to be fair.
So like you're trying to say I'd been in this world before.
Well, take it however we may, but
yeah, I'm a young guy, you know. I'm only a year older than you, so
yeah. So anyway, moving on, Thabo. So yeah, we dated. Obviously, we had our first holiday again that same year in 2015. You
serious?
Yeah.
Hey,
took me to Paris. Remember? Yeah, I'll never forget that as a girl. So hey.
And imagine this is a guy at uni, you know, a university, you know, doing big things like going to Paris.
Yeah, nah, that was so sweet. Oh my gosh. Like for me, it was just more like I didn't know how to handle myself because I never had these things done for me before. I was used to being Miss Independent, so to say, doing things for people. And so when I didn't know how to react when someone like you, in this case, like, you know, doing these things for me. So it was just like, oh my gosh, like, wow, these things actually happen in real life, not just in movies.
Yes.
So that was lovely.
So I mean, how did that make you feel? And obviously it wasn't like, I wasn't in a position to be, it wasn't like a flashy holiday or anything. It was like a basic Ryanair flight, whatever.
No,
but like in terms of like the whole stuff, like us going on holiday, sacrificing things, how did that make you feel as a person to say, did that show like, oh, you know what, this guy is committed? Or what kind of signs did that show?
It did show commitment, but like I said, I didn't know how to handle myself because I was not used to these things. Like, I've always wanted someone, obviously, you know, when you're in relationships, someone, you do things together, obviously not just always receiving. However, for me, it was like, because I was used to being on the other side of doing things for people. So when someone did it for me, it felt really weird. It's like, oh my gosh, is this real?
Okay, cool.
So
cool.
just the commitment and I just had to work on handling myself like, oh, this actually happens in real life to you. So.
Yeah, no, that's true. So moving that, I started dating, went on our first holiday. Then 2016, is there any big significant thing which happened 2016?
No, we just couldn't. Well, we did a couple of holidays.
And
so I guess I
think that's when you also introduced me to more of your family members.
Yeah.
And there's loads of them. Hey, man.
Thabo, this is a big world.
So I started going to your family functions. Then 2017, I think 2017, there was quite a few like things we did together, which was significant as a boyfriend and girlfriend, because I think I had been working for 2 years and you had been in the corporate industry for like 3-4 years, you know, and we started like to say, look, well, what's the future like?
Yeah, we started to think about the future.
Anyway, and I think 2017, actually, that's the same year we started going to like these property seminars.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
To think of buying a house as a boyfriend and
girlfriend.
Oh my gosh, who does that?
Yeah, take me through the process, because that's what I was leading to.
Yeah, we just thought, I guess.
I came up with the idea. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right then, mister. Anyway, you came up with that idea. And then, again, because I felt like I was... My trust issues were starting to fade away. So I was just like, you know what? We're just going to be... Let's see where this takes us. I'm not just going to keep dwelling on the past or whatever. So I was open to the suggestions. Obviously, we started to think about property, buying a house, but buying a house as boyfriend and girlfriend, obviously, it's a scary thing, so to say. However, it's not something to shy away from.
Yes.
If you've got the right systems in place in terms of contract, and no one wants a good thing to end, especially in the honeymoon phase of a relationship. So, but however, if anything is business related and stuff, there's nothing wrong with having a contract either. Whether you, especially even if you trust each other, but we just don't know what the future holds. But it's not like you're thinking of the best thing. Hopefully that makes sense. What I'm trying to say.
No, I understand you. Well, I mean, like, when you're in that position, were you influenced by people, or you didn't tell anyone because you didn't want like people to say, "Oh, that's a bad idea," or what?
No, I didn't tell anyone, because then again, I wasn't influenced by anyone because I didn't know anyone who's been in that situation before.
Yep.
So I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna try this, be the first person to do this, but obviously I'm gonna do it my way, and whatever happens, basically. Yeah. Let's see where nature takes us. So I just took the big leap of faith to take it there.
So I mean, like, our natural city selection was Birmingham.
Yeah, because I was already working in Birmingham.
I was already living there, and so it was like a good place to start off with.
Yeah. So yeah, we bought a house together as boyfriend and girlfriend, but we did have a contract to say if anything were to happen, at least none of us lose out in that sense.
Yeah.
So everyone takes their own share.
Yeah. So it was basically like, what you put in is what you get out.
50-50 kind of situation where like there's no bad blood or anything, but obviously, like I said before, it's not like people want that to happen, but if it were to happen, at least then there's no back and forth legal issues or whatever to deal with, because so we just deal with whatever has been signed on the contract.
Because I remember, I think one spoke to like a couple, one of our friends, and they asked like, "Oh, what if you guys had broken up, like, you know, like in that situation?" I'm like, yeah, if we'd broken up, we were gonna like maybe at some point sell the house and just like share the profits after paying the bank off the mortgage, etc. You know, and like life carries on, you move on. You know, there's no more that financial tie.
Yeah.
You know, but like there was still like in your financial report, whatever, you can see like, oh, these people have got a joint property or joint mortgage, etc. But I mean, for us, obviously, good thing it did work out well. But for those people who are actually thinking of doing this, I mean, we're like 2 years in the relationship, and we both felt, you know what, it's the right thing to do. It's an investment. We've got savings. Let's put them into use and
we're seeing a future together. So why wait till we get married? Because obviously we wanted to get married eventually, but why did we have to
wait?
We didn't have to wait for that, did we?
Because the only difference was like, obviously, I know when people say, oh, when you sign that certificate, it's not official, but I mean, it's official from day one, like from your behaviors, from the way you conduct yourself, you know, like if you trust your person, you know, you vibe with your person, so you know, why not? Yeah.
Start having a joint account as well. You can buy a house together as boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's true. That's true. That's true.
So even during that time, we did also do relationship counseling. And again, you came up with that idea.
Oh, yeah.
That idea.
Jesus.
Tell us about that.
So I think when I was going to the gym, I was now training with a friend. So I think we're just talking about it. And then I was like, this friend is also like he's a pastor. Yeah, he's like a church ministry, etc. And just telling me about it, like, Now I've got a girlfriend, lives in Birmingham. He's like, oh, have you tried counseling? I'm like, counseling? We don't have problems. We don't have problems at all. We are good. No, it's like, no. When he explained to me, it's like, oh, so when you've got conflicts, how do you resolve them? I'm like, mate, like we don't talk to each other for a couple of days, then it naturally
facing that way.
Yeah. you know, like, oh, so do you have? I'm like, skills. What kind of skills is this guy talking about? You know, when things arise, like I'm like, hey, man. So it was like he just asked me, questions, which like I was like, no, I am open minded. Then he actually referred me to one of his friends who obviously, and the good thing is like the guy was also in the Midlands in Birmingham, and he's like, oh yeah, just mate, this guy is a good counselor. Is, you know, just try him out. And I was like, will you accept us as boyfriend and girlfriend? And he's like, yeah, you will. I'll speak to him. Then that's when we started. I think we had about 12 or 15 sessions. Yeah. So to me, that was like that as open-minded as I am, that really opened up and it did make our relationship stronger because we saw things in a different perspective.
I think we also became vulnerable. I think without that, we wouldn't be as vulnerable with each other as we are now because, like you said, it opened our eyes. And Thabo and I, in general, we love, we don't shy away from trying new things, trying different cultures and stuff. So going into relationship counseling just opened our eyes. Like, you don't always just have to go counseling when you've got problems, but it's just more so to help how to deal with things as they arise, to avoid going to counseling because now you've got problems. So from what I remember, what we learned, it was just more around how effective communication is and how we both need to play our part in communicating effectively.
Yes.
And also listening to each other. So you need to listen to understand before you can answer back. So that was another thing that we learned because normally in a relationship, people can argue, whatever. But if you don't listen to the other person, you don't actually get the message what they're trying to say. And also the financial aspect of it, like for us, it was beneficial in a way, like we're already on that road again, having a joint account as boyfriend and girlfriend. So it was like more educated, like, well, I think we're on the right track. Yeah,
like being open with finances.
He knew how much I got paid. I knew how much he got paid as well.
Yes.
So
I know offshore accounts. There's no hiding anything.
So literally open book, So that's what we loved. I don't know if you can add anything else.
I think
what benefited you from those sessions?
I think you've just hit the nail on the head. Exactly that. And you know, just I think maybe from a guy's perspective was like, what do people say? Judgment, you know. But for me, mate, people think whatever they want. You know, it's like, because personally, I used to think people who actually go to these things have got problems, like no problems, like serious problems.
They're on the verge of breaking something, but they need someone to help them. But that's not actually the case.
So by getting a complete different person, not a family member, a stranger, someone who doesn't know you,
take sides.
And they wouldn't take sides, and they'll be like, just give you your honest feedback. Like, mate, you are wrong here. Mate, you need to actually think of it this way. You know, and like what I saw in those counseling sessions as well, they don't tell you what to do, but they just make you realize, like, damn, I was wrong. You know, you will actually say, oh, I was wrong here, or I shouldn't, actually never thought of it this way. It just opens your mind, you know. So it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but that was it.
So for anyone thinking about it, like, just like you go to school, you learn how to drive, you've got a teacher, like, learning never stops. It's not just being in a classroom or anything. Like, there's different aspects of life, and you can get someone who's an expert or experienced in that sector to help you out. You don't always have to go alone. So, like, honestly, whether you're married or not, or in a relationship, just go. You can go to counseling. We advise because we've been through it.
Yes.
But it's not like because you've got problems, but it's just like, how best can you better your relationship?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. You learn.
You never stop learning.
Tools to equip you. Yes. Yeah. Then moving on to that was like 2017, 18.
Yeah.
Then then obviously like after that things started getting serious. I mean, things were already serious, man.
Started getting serious.
No, in terms of like making it official. So we went to obviously did the Zimbabwean tradition of going to your tetes and say, look, this is the
Decided to marry me. So how did you get to that point? How did you know I was the one? Like, this is it for me. I'm gonna obviously start to the parents.
Come on, that was like at that time it was too late. It was no point of return.
What do you mean? Explain.
We bought a house together. You know what I mean. But like you said in the beginning, to say, look, like you learn your person, you know your person, and you know your gut feeling tells you as well, and like those behaviors, etc. I mean, you can tell red flags. Like in a year or two of a relationship, you know, I've seen you angry, I've seen you happy, I've seen a lot, you know. So it's like, and these kind of things you can't hide like forever. You know, you maybe first few weeks when you're dating, that honeymoon period, you know, that's when you're eating salad with the fork and knife, and but after that you see someone grabbing their hands.
Eating Nando's with your hand there. To the chicken.
When you go wash your hands there, that Nando's plate, then you know what I mean? So I mean, like it was that time where like, you know what, let's do the official thing, you know, take you to court and all that. So we did the lobola thing. So I went to your aunties, told your family, arranged dates, like the formalities. I mean, depending on which part of the world you're from, from our African culture, Zimbabwean culture, you pay dowry to the girl's family. So you go and do something which they call lobola and Rora and Shona. Yeah, so we had to do that. Then after that, it's like she was like in the culture tradition. We're married. Yeah. So how's that for you? How did it feel for you, the whole process?
That was good for me because I felt like you respected the family's tradition, and every family is different. They've got their own rule book, so to say. But for you to be able to honor that, for me, I felt like that was really amazing of you to do. And I just felt honored, and also for my family as well, for you to go through that. I felt like, you know what, this is what I've always wanted. I wanted to get married at some point. So to get a man like you to be able to honor that process and help us get through to the next stage, for me, that was like, oh my gosh, wow, that's really amazing. I can't believe, you know, like sometimes you get these blessings from God, but you feel
amen.
Like, gosh.
Say amen.
Amen. It's really happening to me. But yeah, it did. And I was very grateful and glad that it happened the way it did. And yeah, you just took the honorable steps, to be honest. So yeah, well done to you, and thank you. Thank you very much.
No, thanks. And yeah, I mean, it had to happen. It had to be done. And the next step was after the Rora was like the white wedding, etc. So for the white wedding, the whole COVID shenanigans.
COVID. Why did you have to happen to us, honestly? But yeah, it's just like COVID happened. Unfortunately, we didn't have the white wedding. Would have loved. We only had a few family members were able to help us celebrate the ceremony.
Yes.
Fortunately and unfortunately, because of COVID, the numbers were cut short.
So it was about 10 people, right?
15 from both families.
Oh, that time, like, it was 6 people allowed. Then, no, it was 6 people. Then, 2, including us, it was 14 people. Yeah. So it was very, like, difficult, small, like, not small, like, very, very small. Like, you know, like an African wedding, an Asian wedding, is like 200 plus people, minimum.
So it was really and hard for us during that time, but nonetheless, you're trying to enjoy the day.
No, we did enjoy the day, yeah.
Yeah, and marriage, life after marriage. Yeah. What has been, okay, we've got marriage now.
Yeah.
But for you, what was your idea, or what has always been your idea of marriage?
That's an interesting question. So, I mean, the one which I had seen, because I was raised by my grandma and granddad. So, like, those are the people I grew up seeing, like, they were married, you know. Yeah. So I knew, like, in the African side, like, the mother, the woman, like, more like submissive to the man and all that, like more like the traditional way, you know. So that was the only thing which I had seen. That's the only thing which I had known. And I mean, the Christianity values were there, and respect was there. The man was the provider, you know. It's like you can't go hungry. Like
so was that your idea?
That was my idea.
What you wanted then?
The honest truth, I thought that was marriage. Even what they portray on the TVs, etc. You know. So I thought that was it. Obviously, like now planning to raise a family and all that kind of stuff. So to me, that's what I thought. Like that was it. So I didn't have like different expectations. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like
I'm trying to.
What I'm saying is what I signed up to is what I think I got.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do I make you happy?
What about you? Do you have like different expectations? Or?
Not necessarily. However, marriage is just more just having communication was key for me. It's always been from day one. And just being able to do things together. But it's just because marriage is when two people come together. You're not going to always agree on everything.
Yes.
However, with marriage, you just want someone where you just get to a point where sometimes you just have to agree to disagree.
Yes.
With no bad intentions or people having to look sideways or whatever.
Yes.
So it was just more. So I think, I've got what I've wanted. It's what I've signed up for. We're still working on it.
We've continuous.
Been married for 4 years now.
Yeah.
So it's like we continue to learn together, and again, besides relationship counseling, would also advise premarital counseling, because that's like another next level of, okay, marriage is hard work. It takes two to make it work. It's not gonna work on your own. So again, without going to marriage counseling because we've got problems, we would advise, because we've been through it, we know people who have done it as well, to do premarital counseling, because then they give you more tips and guidance of how to better your marriage.
Yes.
Keep it like, reviving, the fire burning and all that stuff. So, like, don't just always think of counseling as a step to take when you've got problems. Just do it whenever you can, just like you want to better anything else in life. Don't leave marriage outside of it. Just learn how best to keep the fire burning.
Yeah. I mean, it's like personal development. It's always continuous growth, You just learn to add new skills, Then, fun enough, you say that you didn't, so even like after we had 2 kids, we still went for the group coaching session, like marriage couples. Yeah.
So we continue to learn.
Yes.
And we just need to keep the fire burning. And also, it helps with us as well when we're now going to be coaching our kids at some point.
Yes.
Right? And we can only do so much, but unless we learn the stuff, then that's the only way to help us pass on the message to the next person.
Yes.
We don't know everything, do we?
No one does. No one does.
Other people know better than us, and if anything, it's just for the best as well.
Yeah. No, I think to be honest, I do want to make this video too long. So we've like talked about our journey through marriage, and probably the next video series we're gonna speak about will be like bringing it back into business, like marriage as like a couple, So we just with kids as well. So we'll bring it back and talk about that. So just to wrap up this session, what's your like key takeaway, or what advice would you give to someone watching this about marriage, or if like something like that? What's your closing remarks? Let me call closing remarks.
I think just for me, because again, I know marriage is not for everyone. So if you want to get married, great. If you don't want to, that's great as well. Each to their own. However, if you want to get married, just know that it takes two to tango.
Yes.
So it's not just one person. If one person is at fault, just communicate, find a way to work together. It's not about he said, she said, type of thing, but it's about working on the issue without pulling each other apart. Because the goal is, when you get married, obviously we all love to be together for the rest of our lives till the end. But if there's always a way to make it work, like honestly, just get someone to help you, but don't beat your heads together. Concentrate on the issue at hand.
Yes. No, for me, that's same closing remarks. And obviously to fellas, to my friends, guys, you know, who are watching this, you know, just be open-minded about these things. You know, it's like, no, not always like the traditional way, like, oh, the guy, you know, I'm the man, I'm the, you know, like, nah. Remove all those gender roles and just be open-minded. You know,
just
like,
work together, really.
That's it.
And
It's a
again, you're gonna
partnership.
get advice from different people, but you need to filter out information.
True.
And
Filter.
just use information that works for you both. Be open-minded to what people are saying.
Yes.
However, when it comes to the two of you, what do you value? What's more important in your relationship? What's going to make it work? That's all that matters.
No, very true, very true. So yeah, so I think should have cut it here. I think
We could go on and on with this topic, but we can come back to it some other time. But I think for now, we've sort of covered the main bits, really.
Yeah, so I hope you really enjoyed episode 3. And if you like this video series, please comment below and tell us what videos you want to see from us. More
and any more topics of interest as well.
Yeah, topics of interest, and what more you want to see from us. And please share it with people you think will benefit from this. And obviously, if you see the channel, we speak about our life and business, like how we became married, our journey, etc., and also our journey into the property business. So yes, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you very
Cheers.
much.
See you soon.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.